different scenario. We're going to have a little podcast where we're going to talk about, we're going to meet with at least, we call it the comeback queens, 3 agents who have revived their real estate glory. Let's bring out, hold on, we've got a few questions that have been put in front of me. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. There we go. We're going to bring out Misty Maki. Misty, is Misty? Woohoo! Let's clap it up for Misty. How we doing? Love it. Nikki Martin. Clap it up for Nikki. And Janet Glaude. Let's come out. How we doing? How we doing?
What's up?
Let's clap it up.
Yo.
We're going to have a little role play session. Give us 1 minute while they're putting it down. So we're going to come over here. We're going to sit on the
Okay. Oh. How you doing, Jeff?
Doing good? You doing good?
I'm doing great, buddy.
Ready, Janet?
We're ready.
We're ready.
I don't know who. We're good. We're good. We got this.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Doing great?
Amazing.
Why don't we start down at the end? Why don't we just tell them a little bit about yourself and your market and what's going on?
Okay, I'm Misty Maki. I'm in Spanish Fork, Utah, which is a little town south of Salt Lake City, Utah. Been doing this 19 years. We're owner-broker of Maki Real Estate. What else do you want to know? I'm mother of 2.
Love it. How long you been coaching?
3 years.
Yeah. What have you learned from coaching?
Oh my gosh, everything.
What are you working on with your coach right now?
Well, right now I'm working on objection handling.
Okay.
But when I started coaching, I needed everything. I needed systems, I needed schedules, I needed support, I needed to figure it out. So before I got into coaching, I just kind of did my own thing, right? I was like a single agent, and then COVID hit, and my husband came home full time, and we decided to start a brokerage. So if I'm going to be mentoring others, I need someone mentoring me. So coaching began.
Love it. How about you, Janet? Tell them a little bit about yourself. What's going on?
Well, I'm from a small town in upstate New York called Post and Kill. Probably nobody in the planet's ever heard of that place. I live right outside of Albany area, right outside of Troy, New York, if you've ever heard of that place. I'm on the border of Massachusetts and Vermont, about 3.5 hours from the city. So a small market, average price point's probably about 300, 3.25.
Love it.
What else did you want to know?
What are you working on with your coach right at the moment? How long?
Oh, right now, well, he's really proud of me because I just did my own website. He's been busting my hump about that. I have to say, my coach is constantly pushing me forward. He says, I don't put up with any BS,
Okay.
which is my best and worst quality.
Okay.
And always implementing.
Okay. What are you implementing? What are you putting into place?
Well, I've just started a team, this stellar team, and I have 3 agents underneath me right now.
Okay.
I was in coaching in 2016 to 2018, and you know, if you've been in coaching and left, then you know what I'm about to say, is you feel like, oh, the training's over.
I got it.
I know what I'm doing.
I'll
I don't
work
need
on
this
it.
anymore.
I got it. Right.
Save the money. And, you know, then shit hits the fan. I swear a lot. I'm really sorry. I'll just say that ahead of time. I'm going to try not to, but it's hard. I'm a New Yorker. What are you going to do?
It's all right.
So, you know, crap hits the fan.
Okay.
And I had to come back to coaching. We'll probably talk about it as we go forward, but I actually I left a smaller broker to sort of reinvent myself. And one, I just want to say I'm thankful and grateful for this ecosystem of Tom Ferry and the 5 a.m. call. If anybody's part of the East Coast, be East Coast.
Love it.
It changed my life. This coaching program changed my life. Tom Ferry.
What does getting up at
amazing.
5 a.m. do for you?
Well, I get up at 3:30 in the morning now, buddy.
Gotcha.
I do a lot of gratitude, and I do a lot of journaling of what I want and the expectation of the day.
Okay.
And so 5 a.m. really talks. Byron Lazine, who is a friend of mine, and he says, you know, you have to be super, super selfish the first part of the day so you can be super selfless the rest of the day. And so you have to really be about yourself in the morning. And so I kickbox at 5:15 in the morning, and I do a lot of gratitude to
You
God.
actually have like another day when you get up that early?
Pretty much. And I have a
Yourself?
dog, so I hike him in the woods. He's a crazy dog, but I hike him a couple miles in the woods after my workout, and then I head into the office. But I mean, I'm high energy, so it gets me pumped up.
Love it.
So anyway, I've totally, completely rabbit trailed now.
Good for you. So Nikki, tell them, you're from Boston, correct?
I am.
Tell them a little bit about yourself and how long in real estate and what's going on.
Oh, I'm Nikki Martin, and I grew up 20 minutes north of Boston, small town, about 13,000 population, Linfield. And I've been selling about 40 years. I got my license when I was like 18, 19. My mom was a realtor. She's like, you got to do this. We have no money for college. Figure it out.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since.
I love it. What do you love about real estate?
I love helping people, making their dreams come true.
Love to hear that. What drives you crazy about real estate?
The phone. After 8 o'clock, I'm not good for
You're done.
anybody. I'm
Yeah.
done.
I love it. What are you working on with your coach right now?
Oh, my coach is Joanne. She's over there. She rocks. And I'll tell you, she's changed my life. 2 years I've been coaching with her. My whole life has changed.
Okay. How about that? What does it look like?
Everything. I restructured my team.
Okay. What did it look like before?
I had, I made some corrections on some people on my team. I'll say that.
Okay.
And everything's changed. Everything, the universe all came to me. I'm like first person to think about in town. Increased my business by 25%. I don't pay for leads. I'm like,
Okay.
it's really good.
That's good stuff. So let me ask you this. We all have a challenge that we've overcome. What was that pivotal moment in your career that you really had to adjust what was going on in your life?
When I had to restructure my team.
Okay.
You know, it's really hard to do it. You might like somebody, but maybe they're just not a good fit.
Right.
But then you discover it's not about me. These people all are trying to make a living.
Right.
And it can take, you just need good energy.
Right.
When you have good energy and you're happy,
Right.
everything comes. And all
So
about
what
that.
did you do when you say restructuring? How many people were on your team? Where are you at now? What does that look like?
Okay, so I had about 5 salespeople. I have 4.
Okay.
I just actually have a new gentleman. We were all girls. I hired my first man. Don't take it personally. And I have 4 salespeople now, 1 admin that runs around and does all my craziness, and she keeps me organized. I have an inside marketing person and an outside. So I have about 7 people.
Okay. And what was the breakthrough that you found once you got through that point? What did you have to do?
So many things. Well, I restructured. I became really known in the town. I stopped paying for Zillow leads. I invested it in the money in my team. I have this client appreciation, which is, well, first of all, I bought 2,000 homemade candles. This lady came in my office. She was so cute. She has a mother-daughter. They make candles. It was their first year, you know, selling candles. I'm like, I couldn't say no. I bought 2,000 candles. And she's like, she was just so cute. She monogrammed them with my logo.
Right.
And I hand-delivered them and knocked on all my sphere, me and my daughter.
Yeah.
Sat down at dining room tables, found out what their goals were, found out when their kids were graduating. It was just so fabulous. I got 7 to 10 listings in 6 months just doing that.
Real estate's about relationships, right?
It's all about
understanding
relationships.
And knowing their
And we
motivation.
lost track of that during COVID.
Okay.
So now this, in addition to, I have an Easter bunny come at my office.
Okay.
I have the client appreciation. I went so hard this year. I said, I'm going to invest this money back in my team. I had 350 people at my client appreciation. I do it at a local restaurant, open bar, give Celtics tickets, floor seats. I give Yetis out.
Fun.
It's fun. People, it's actually 5 to 7. People don't leave till 10.
What were you doing before? Were you spending money in a different area or a different direction? Were you buying leads?
I was buying leads.
Right.
I was buying Zillow leads.
Okay.
I stopped it.
So you found your business has gone up since then?
Oh, 25%. I actually closed 29 sales end of June. I have 13 listings for the year. I'm working on 4 subdivisions. I have 2 under agreements, and I did almost 600 gross in 6 months.
Amazing. Let's clap it up for that. What do you think?
Woo!
Amazing. Right.
A big mouth.
So Janet, tell us about the pivotal moment that happened in your career.
Well, October 16, 2021, I was coming back from a birthday party, completely inebriated. Got in my car and hit a bunch of mailboxes and left the scene of an accident, and I was arrested.
Oof.
So that's pretty much a big wake-up call.
Okay.
To, drinking to excess, having too much of a good time.
Okay.
And so when that happened, that pretty much stalled me, really, personally and professionally.
Okay.
My daughter's mental illness, and she tried to kill herself 3 times in 2022. And I did a triathlon in order to cope without drinking. So I was working out 6 hours a day and really was not working my business, was just going on referrals. And, there comes a time where you learn a lot about yourself when you're swimming for 3 hours a day or biking 50 miles trying to figure out what's next. People in my life were telling me I was washed up as a realtor. Told me to find another job. I've been in this industry since 2002. And so when your whole life is rocked like that, you really don't know what to do. And so I say this ecosystem, I have some really, really close friends in this ecosystem that told me to remember who I was, because I've been through a lot of things in my life. And they said, you have to reinvent yourself. You are a realtor. That's all you're ever going to be. And so I rebranded myself with a great guy that's in the 5 a.m. Go, who's a fantastic brander. And I was out of money, pretty much zero. I went through all my savings and it didn't really work for 2 years. And used coaching as leverage. I interviewed 5 brokers and asked them, for me to come aboard, because I was a top producer. So I was trying to really use that production as leverage. And I joined a broker who paid for 6 months of the core level. 3 months after I switched over, they changed leadership. And so they said they wouldn't pay for the other 3 months unless I paid for it first and then got reimbursed. So when I say I was broke, I literally did not pay 2 bills so I could pay that 3 month of coaching. When you start in coaching at zero, that's hungry, folks. Mm-hmm. That's about as hungry as it gets.
I bet you're really coachable at that moment, too.
I'm pretty coachable now. I mean, we all might pretend we don't have ego, but we wouldn't be a realtor if we didn't have some sort of egomaniac attitude.
Right.
Right?
Because we got to better ourselves every day.
Right. And you know what the pivotal point was for my coach? And I want to say, Sean Botka, you saved my life, buddy. I said, Sean, is there anything that I'm doing right? And he said, no.
Oh, God.
So I got off that call and cried my eyes out, and I began to get out of my own way. So if I can give you any advice, it's build a bridge and get over it. You have to become coachable. You have to say, I don't know it all. Yep. If you know me at all, then that's really hard for me to say that I don't know it all. But there are several things I did that really changed my business. The quick CMA. The quick CMA, I'm up to sending out 45 quick CMAs a week. My goal is 100. Every one of my listings, and I'll say I have closed 21 homes this year.
Woo! Good for you.
By myself. I have 3 teammates where it's like I need advice how to light some fire under their ass because it's like what I'm doing isn't working right now. But I feel like going from 0 to 21, I'm not no mega team, just me. And I don't have any assistants. I do my own everything. It's a huge accomplishment for me. I'm really proud of myself. And
It's amazing.
the quick CMA and Jimmy Mac's buyer's letter. I send out 100 of those a week, and I get probably 10 to 15 calls every week on those letters.
100 letters a week, and then the quick CMA is, how are you doing that? You go on the MLS, or you screenshotting Zillow? What does that look like?
I'm going, so I'll say this. I'll give you a call to action because I'm a good realtor. Write this down if you have a pen or whatever. My first and last name, janetglaude.com. Give me your name and email address. I do YouTube tutorials for my teammates on my prospecting. I'll send you the tutorial of how I do it, but it's quick. I print out one sheet through what we call CRS, which is a tax record, and I literally just pull the 3 top highest sales,
Right.
print it out, circle the highest number, and say, right now, Q3, I handwrite it. It takes time. But if I can bang out 45 a week, and I'm looking to do 100 a week, and 45 a week, really, I'm spending less than an hour a day doing it. And I just write Q3 2024 home value. Give me a call, let me know what you think. And I throw my business card in there, put it in there. I do put a return address on there, but just on the back. I don't have the broker name on there, just my business card, so they open it up. Black envelopes. Black envelopes, you can get them from Amazon. Dirt cheap. Gold metallic marker, like it's an invitation.
Yep, always.
Who's not gonna open that? Come on.
Like a wedding.
You'd open it. It works. They work.
It's good.
Love to hear that. So, Misty, did you make a bet with Tom?
You're going to bring it up. I did.
He wanted me to ask you about it. What was that bet? Tell everybody the bet.
Roadmap. Tom asked me how many listing appointments I could do in 70 days.
Okay.
I thought he was
70
joking
days.
around.
What was the bet?
I said, I could do 60, and he gave me this look like. So I ended up with the challenge was 40 listing appointments, and I ended up at 27.
Yeah.
But
All
we
right.
listed 12.
Great.
Hell yeah.
So
Awesome.
for me, that was a big deal. So 2023, we call that what my friend Lindsay Schwartz calls a buffet year.
Right.
I took off real estate. I was burned out. I didn't think this was what I wanted to do anymore. I was getting certified in breath work. I'm certified as a shaman drummer. It was all about natural healing. And so in April, I realized I needed to come back to coaching. This is actually my true passion. I love to mentor people. I love the ecosystem. I love relationship. And so I came back. So when we met up with Tom, I was high energy. I was ready to level up, but didn't know how.
Right.
And when he gave me that challenge, that was like the boost, right? Remember who you are. Go back to who you are. Because I think when we reach burnout or we have a setback, we have to remember who we are to have a comeback. And that challenge helped me remind myself of who I am and what I can do. So
let me ask all three of y'all.
Rockstar.
We have this challenge of consistency in our business.
Oh, yeah, very important.
What do you do to overcome that consistency?
Well, first of all, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I work out every day. I say my how wonderful I am, all those, put my subconscious affirmations.
Love it,
and I write down my affirmations. In addition to that, I do a little meditation,
Okay.
which I think is so important. It just sets me. And then I belong to 4 clubs. I'm like a junkie, gym junkie.
I love it.
And then by the time I get in the office, it's about 7:10. So I have like 5:30 to 7:10, 7:30 to me, which is so great. Yeah, so consistency. And then I have a schedule. Like,
What is it you do the hardest thing right off the bat and everything else seems so easy?
oh, yeah,
You know?
100%.
The hardest thing is to get out of bed and
Oh,
Make
100.
that-
Oh, make your bed. You're going to make your bed really
You do
good.
that?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to spray the sheets,
There you go.
make the bed, tuck it under really good.
There you go.
Then when you leave, everything's nice, your house, you come
Perfect.
home. So
So to me, the consistency is the early morning routine for you.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It grounds me.
Okay.
It makes me overcome anything I need to do.
Okay.
I actually do my food shopping on a Sunday, so I have all my lunches planned.
Love it.
I have it all my refrigerator,
Organized.
all organized,
Right.
and I put out my outfits all week, so I don't have to worry about anything.
I love to hear that.
Yeah, so it's like not wasting any time.
No, you don't have to think about it.
I don't have to think about it. I just pull Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Janet, how about you? You struggle with, everybody struggles with consistency. How do you overcome that?
Well, one, I procrastinate. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't, because
Okay.
I do.
It's normal, right?
But I'm about Jocko. What's Jocko's last name? Willick?
Jocko Willick.
And I follow like David Goggins and Jocko. It's like, that's my whole mindset is discipline equals freedom. And I have huge ADHD, so I have to be really structured. And so I'm getting better at that calendar block. So I would say that's what I'm working on really right now with Sean, is to be more calendar blocked, because I'm pretty strict with my morning routine. It's like I'm up at 3:30 in the morning. I do gratitude, and I do a whole intentional journal. Look at my calendar. What do I want to accomplish?
So what have you found by doing that?
Well, I found that I'm way more focused when I go into the office, because I'm always thinking about it. You know, I work out, I'm thinking about it, and then I walk a dog for like another 45 minutes, so I'm thinking about it. And so then I'm getting ready to work and I go, and so then as soon as I get in there, that's what I bang out, really. Prospecting, I always bang out. It's like I do a lot of with my sphere, so I send out 50 personal note cards a week. So that's all handwriting. I do a lot of handwriting things, so.
So both of y'all, it's the consistency and getting up early. How about you, Misty?
I find my consistency in my schedule. Both of my coaches, Janet Miller and DP, they've always just told me schedule, so it's color coded. So that's how I'm consistent. If I run off my schedule, I know what I'm doing every 15 minutes, then I'm gonna accomplish my goals and what I've set out for. So my schedule is my consistency.
Last question. What advice would you give someone that is struggling or where you were at that point? What would you say to them? Let's stay down there, Missy.
I would say to have a comeback, you have to know yourself. So go to the dark, go to the deep, remember who you are. And then as Tom said earlier, which gave me chills, you have to make a decision and take action today. So you have to ask yourself, what will you do today to give yourself the comeback that you deserve?
Okay, I love it. How about you,
I love
Janet?
that. I would have to say you can't keep waiting, wishing, and hoping. What's that song? Wishing, hoping, thinking.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And I would say, I'm a Christian, so I would say, you have to rely on God. His strength is in you, or whatever your belief system is. You have to dig deep in that, and you have to. You just have to remember, you can't wait for the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to light that bitch up yourself. And you just gotta push it.
I love it. You gotta say that again.
I said you can't wait. You can't wait for the light at the end of the tunnel. You gotta light that bitch up yourself.
Woo, I love that. Nikki, how about you?
Well, my mom taught me you create your own destiny. You're not happy? Don't cry about it. Do something about it. And that's the one thing that's so important. So become the person you want to be. Dress like the person you want to be. Act like the person you want to be. Hang around with the people you want to be with, are like, and that's the most important thing.
Thank y'all so much for this. Let's clap it up for them. Amazing stuff. Thank you, Misty, Nikki, Janet. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Thank you, Janet.
You gotta turn it up.